Alright. My bad for that last video. I forgot. This is what Naruto's reincarnation murder part 3. Yeah. So basically, we get to the this is where we left off. He gets to the throne, and then he kills the guard by punching them, and then he kicks open the door, and the king is just sitting on his throne. I'm gonna say he getting some head from the queen. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, he gets some head from the queen, and basically Naruto's gonna die. And basically Naruto puts out them chakra swords, and he rushes the king. He rushes the king, and the king flicks him back. Or like he doesn't flick him back, but he like kicks him. And if y'all wonder how can he kick somebody while he's getting hit, it's just plot, man. He kicks him, and then Naruto flies into the brick wall, and the king is like weakling, and Naruto says, "We'll see who's weak after I kill you." And he says, "What's that?" I don't know. He just says some random words, and yeah. So basically, no. He said, "Ichigon konda, no konda." And then the king, he says, or no, the king says, "Okay, you might be a threat." And after he says you might be a threat, he sees Naruto get like 9 tails on his back, like one from Shikaku, one from the 9 tails, one from the each tail. Wait, no, yeah. Each of the 9 tails. I mean, each of the tail beast tails on his back, or like his spine. And basically Naruto, he's bothering on the ground, and he gets up. He went with that Mangeki. He went with the Mangeki, Sharingan. Ooh, yeah. He went with the Mangeki, After that, he went with the Mangeki. No. He whooped a Madara Sharingan. Oh, it looked like a raining gun too, but it got Madara Sharingan in it with Tomo's on it. And he got his Byakugan active. And I'm not sure if I gave him the Tensei gun, but he has the Tensei gun too, So basically, he rushes the king, and the king tries to kick him, and Naruto, he doesn't. Or no, Naruto, he's just walking towards the king. He's just walking. And he gets his sword, and he points it at the king, and he says, "You'll die for writing that my father died." And he said, "Oh, kid, you don't understand. It wasn't me. It was someone," and he rushes the king. He says, "Lies." And after he says lies, the king says, "Kid, listen to me. You have to listen. It wasn't me. I didn't want to kill him." And Naruto attacks the king with his sword, and the king says, "You won't listen, huh?" And he gets up, and he air pushes Naruto with the force, and the chakra swords fly out of Naruto's hand, and he goes claws. And he Raijins to he Raijins to whatchamacallit, what's his name? To behind the king, and he sticks to the king. He sticks his claws. He sticks his claws in the king's stomach. He sticks his claws in the king's stomach, and the king guffs up some blood or coughs up some blood. And the king says, "Yeah, how could you? You killed your own superior." And Naruto says, "Shut up!" And after he said, "Shut up," the king says, looks like I have to go serious. And before he could transform, Naruto says, "You're gonna die!" Ah! He picks up one of the chakra swords and rushes him, and he body flickers behind him again, and he cuts out the king's head. And right now he just like, and then after that, basically he says, "Don't ever mess with my family again." And basically Naruto, he just killed the king, and the queen is looking there with a slur on her face, and she goes to Naruto and says, "I could pleasure you if you want." And Naruto's like, "What the hell?" He's like, "Oh yeah," and he says, "No." And he looks at her and he flicks her away and says, "I have Kiyomi." I'm not sure if Kiyomi went with him with this trip, but I'm pretty sure she didn't. He says, "No, I have Kiyomi." And after he says, "No, I have Kiyomi," she says, "Oh, I could pleasure you more." And she takes off her her like shirt, and Naruto sees her boobies, and he says, "I can't resist." He says, "Just kill me, won't have to know." And he whip his thing out. He says, he finna trick the king. He finna trick the queen. He says, "She doesn't have to know." And he bends her over onto the wall, and then he gets his chakra sword and says it's about to go in. He says, "It's about it's about to go in." And she says, "Yes, Naruto, stick it in me." She says, "Yes, Naruto, stick it in me." And Naruto says, "I'll stick it in you, alright." And he gets the chakra sword. He shoves it up her ass. And she says, "Ah, what was that?" And he said, "It's my dick, bitch." Ah! He gets the chakra sword. And he like flings it up, and it goes through her stomach, and basically it kills her. And says, "Don't ever try that again, piece of shit." So basically, after that, he's just walking back in the Otsutsuki. He's like, "Stop there!" And he says, "Shut up." He says, "Shut up before I kill you like I did your king." And like 3 people says, "No." And they run in there and they see the king dead. And they say, "Eat the king. He's dead." After that, basically, Naruto, after he says the king, he's dead. Basically, Naruto, "Yeah, what you expect? I'm stronger." And basically, Naruto, you know, he just walked back. He just walked back to, he started walking back to his crib. And, yeah. So basically, after he walked back to his crib, he was like walking back from the Otsutsuki to the whatchamacallit. And I'ma just say he gets a little time skip, take a year to get back. And it takes like about a year to get back. And Naruto says, well, no. Actually, yeah. Naruto says, I'm back. As he knocks on the door. And he's screaming in his voice. And he's like, "Oh, I haven't heard that voice in a long time." And she opens the door. And she says, she like widens her eyes. And she jumps on Naruto and starts kissing him. And she says, "Kiyomi, who's at the door?" And he doesn't hear anything. He's like, "Kiyomi, who's at the door?" And he still doesn't hear anything, so he body flickers to the door and sees Kiyomi kissing Naruto. Yeah, he sees Kiyomi kissing Naruto. And basically they're kissing each other. And Naruto takes off his shirt. Naruto takes off his shirt. Naruto takes off his shirt. And after he takes his shirt off, basically, she rubbing on his body. She like gets down and she starts rubbing on his body while she's still kissing him. And he takes her shirt off, and she says Naruto go outside. People might be watching, and he says yeah, you're right, Kelly. And basically he picks her back up and he body flickers to their room, or to his room / Kiyomi's room. Body flickers to their room and he takes her shirt off, or he takes her bra off. Yeah, takes that bra off. And he's just been thinking he's joining him. And he starts fumbling him when he's kissing her. And Naruto, Sasuke, he's like, he's back. And if you didn't hear our last part, Naruto or Sasuke said, Naruto's back. We get back to Naruto though. Basically, Naruto takes off his pants, and Kiyomi gets on top of him and says, Naruto, I'm gonna ride you like a Lamborghini. And Naruto says, no, I'm gonna ride you. Or, like, he says, no, I'm gonna ride you. No homo, no homo. She doesn't have a dick, bro. Like, basically, he's on top of her, fucking that shit. So basically, Naruto, I think he says, I'm gonna ride you. She blushes, and he puts her back on the ground. Or he picks her back on the bed, and basically, he grips her ass, and then he gets his cock, and he gets the tip, and he starts like, he puts it in, he takes it out, he puts it in, putting it in and taking it out. She pissed the bed, and then basically after she pissed, basically Naruto sticks the whole thing in, and she's like, and that, shit. He sticks the whole thing in, and then after he sticks the whole thing in, Naruto or Kiyomi, she's like, and basically, and he starts going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And he says, Kiyomi, I'm gonna fuck you so good that you won't be able to walk for a couple of days. And she says, yes. She says, yes, fuck you. And Naruto says, we'll do. And he whips his cock out, and he said, he takes his cock out, and he puts it in her mouth, because he met it in like twice. He whips his cock out and put it in her mouth. And after he whips his cock out and put it in her mouth, she starts sucking. And after she starts sucking, basically, Naruto said, tell Kiyomi you have some good head. And she says, thanks, Naruto, I've been practicing. And Naruto says, so you've been practicing with? As he takes his cock out of her mouth and says, he says, Kiyomi, have you been kissed? And she says, no, Naruto. And he says, I was just joking. And basically, Naruto, he says, after he says that, then, basically, Naruto, he says, after he says that, says, I'm just kidding, Kiyomi, he basically, he starts kissing her, and he puts his dick back in her ass, back in her, no square, and basically, after he puts it back on her no square, he tear that shit up. So I'm say he burst out. Sorry, but he even do. No, okay. But basically, after he do that, after he beat that shit up, then basically he nut in there like 4 times, and basically he pulls out and he falls on Kiyomi. He falls on Kiyomi and says, he says, goddamn Kiyomi, your Nuna square is so wet. And he says, I don't know how I pulled out. And she says, thanks. Naruto. And she's sighing. Well, she's not sighing, but she's not sighing, but she's like you know, she's huffing. Yeah, she's huffing. She's huffing. There we go. She's huffing. Basically, after she's huffing, he says, "Oh, you wait, kill me." And she says, "Wait for what, Naruto?" And basically, he says, "Just wait." Ooh, ooh, ooh. And she's blushing, and Naruto says, "Wait, wait till we get our own place." And she's blushing even harder because she knows she finna get this shit. She gonna get fucked. So yeah, basically, Naruto. I mean Sasuke. He's just in the room. He's just like waiting there right by the room, and he says, "No." He's like waiting he like opens the door, and he says, "You just couldn't wait, Naruto." And he wraps the cover around Kiyomi. And he says, "No, I couldn't, bro. I've been gone for he says I was gone for like a year and a couple months. I had to, as soon as I got back, I had to tap it." And after he said I had to tap it, basically, she puts her face on her head in Naruto's chest, and Naruto like pulls it closer. And he pulls it closer. He says, "Now Sasuke, get out." I don't know what y'all want me to make of this episode, so low-key, this might be the last episode. It is gonna be the last episode. He says, "Sasuke, now get out."
No way.
And we do a 3-year time skip, or let's say 5-year time skip. They're like 20-some. I don't know how old they was, but like 20-some. And basically, Naruto, basically Naruto.
Hey, come get me.
He says, Naruto says, no. Actually, after the 3 time skip, we see a little boy running into Naruto's room and jumping on the bed and says, "Daddy, Mommy, wake up, wake up." And he says, Kiyomi wakes up and says, "Oh, hi there, he says, "Calm down." I don't know the nigga name. I don't know the little nigga name. God damn. Hi, Bushy. Now that shit ass. Hi, she says hi, Boruto, but he got black hair. He says hi, Boruto, and he says, "Mommy." He says, "Mommy, we have to get up. We have to get up. Today we can I have to train with Uncle Sasuke. Remember?"
Bro.
And